Okay, I got some of it, enough that it's not destroying my face. Holy cow. Like, it was like going in my mouth, it was so bad. It gotten too long. Oh no! Yo, is it doing like 4K? Too. I thought he crit. Let's see, what's your Pierce? Oh. There is no Pierce. See, is the second one even dead? Honestly, I just want to ensure the second one dies. I'll just go ahead and feint him. Okay, at least he had some blades. No, dude, you have 40 critical. You're never gonna crit, dude. Okay, that was maybe a little overkill. I don't know if I needed to feint. Been doing like a K? Yeah. My damage calculations are on point. I spend so much time doing damage calculations, I don't even need to think about it. I can just tell how much damage something is going to do. See, I don't think I have a Colossal, so I don't think I can attack. And I could, but be weak. You are truly outrageous. I know. Sam.
No, he is truly, truly outrageous.
Hey, can you talk about something? I'm getting kind of tired.
Are you serious? It's like 10.
Yeah, I know. I'll hit a barrier. And then I'll go past that, and then I won't be tired anymore. Until then, I'm going to need you to use your commentary skills.
Alright, so you mentioned earlier about your opinion on how, like, I left when you were talking about things that you would change in the Bible. You said that you don't care about the gays or anything. Why is that?
Personally, I don't feel that's a sin. Why would
Why do you not
summon a
feel it's a
minion?
sin, Karen?
What?
Why do you not feel it's a sin?
I don't think you can tell people who they should be with or not.
Okay, okay. Makes sense.
What's your opinion on that? I'm pretty sure you're very against that, aren't you?
Well, my role model happens to be a homosexual.
Yes.
I am
Might
not
as
a
well.
homosexual, but it just happens to be that. You know what? I guess I have the same opinion, and I'm entirely for the gay marriage. But the thing is, there's a difference between being like an average married couple and then being a flaming fucking faggot, like
Okay,
and
I hate
like
those
you know the
people.
gay pride. And like the gay pride parades.
Yeah, like I want
They
all those
ruin the
people to
reputation
die.
of actual. I know gay people. Okay, I have a lot of gay people coming to my work, etc., etc.
Seriously?
I know gay
I
people.
know like 2 of them.
Oh yeah. I know gay people. The people that are like the flaming ones down in like San Francisco and over in Europe
Those
and
are
stuff like that. They do these
disgusting.
parades where they're walking around with like their dicks hanging out and
Honestly.
stuff like that. They're sickening. I don't approve of that because it's a public nuisance and it's absolutely disgusting.
I don't approve of anyone walking around naked in public or like borderline nude.
Unless it's Milo Yiannopoulos.
He doesn't even walk around naked.
I wish he did.
Oh. Yo, what's up, Shadow Man? We're just being salty here, I guess. I mean, okay, do you feel it's a sin, though? Like, I mean...
Well, the thing is, don't put God in a box, okay? God understands your human emotions and your human tendencies more than you do.
Don't
you know? If you believe in God.
Don't you believe no matter what sins you commit, Jesus will take away your sins?
If you repent, but don't use it like, because Jesus is smarter than saying, oh, or it's like, alright, I'm gonna go murder this kid, and then I'll just go to church and I'll be all forgiven.
Yes.
Like, don't put God in a box like that, because he'll know. You're screwed, okay? There's a difference between repenting and then there's like doing that crap, and that's stupid. Don't do that.
See, I think if you murder someone, you will absolutely go to hell. I believe there are some people, and I think this is very rare, but I have seen people who will go to jail and then eventually they actually will end up realizing, hey, I actually killed someone. And then, see, I think maybe they have a chance.
Everybody does. Well, it's kind of like, if you do any crime that's like, because life is the most precious gift, okay?
Absolutely.
That is like, that's one of my most favorite quotes, is because the life is the most precious gift. And if you do anything that disrespects that, there's a difference between like hunting and then there's like murdering for the sake of murdering and then like murdering a person for the sake of murdering, instead of like something like self-defense. It's sick. And I believe if you do anything that's like a crime against nature, for example, like if you murder just to murder, that kind of deal, like poaching, I think poaching could be on the same level as murder in God's eyes, because your whole life is precious.
Huh.
It's not in our eyes is equal, but the thing is, to God, all lives are equal. Okay? So the whole life, all lives are precious.
Well, I mean, if you're talking about poaching, like you could technically say then how do you feel eating meat isn't wrong?
Alright, my response to that is because when God put Adam into the Garden of Eden, he said, you are the caretaker of these animals. They will provide you with meats and furs and da-da-da-da-da. But if you kill an animal and don't use its meats or furs, but you just kill it just to kill it, it's a waste of life. It is a waste of a miracle. Life itself is a miracle. Scientists look at, like, let's say, like, they've discovered, like, bacteria on comets from outer space. They consider that life. Even the smallest things that we can identify as life are deemed precious. I mean, fuck mosquitoes. They could all burn in hell.
Absolutely, we should kill those things.
But the thing is, but God created them for a reason. Why do you think God created mosquitoes, Kate?
That's actually a really good question. I honestly can't answer that.
Because God holds life precious. Can you imagine if everything just expanded with population? If Africa, like, grew 3 times population, Asia, blah, 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 because there weren't mosquitoes spreading these diseases, and these animals overpopulated because there weren't mosquitoes spreading these deadly diseases. Life is precious, but the thing is, there are sacrifices that need to be made in order to hold life to be precious. Otherwise, it'll become this giant cesspool.
I'm gonna
without certain things. Yeah.
Because I don't think people realize how big of a problem overpopulation actually is, and I think that's one thing we actually really struggle with right now. I mean, you look in New York, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and we're kind of sheltered from that because in the place we live, we just hit 1 million population. We are sheltered from overpopulation.
No, there's not 1 million people in our whole state.
In our whole state, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say in our whole state, there's probably 1 million.
At all. Life is precious. You need to hold the things that are created precious, okay? I am entirely for a moderate amount of, like, let's say, the logging industry, because I believe that wood is a necessary resource.
Absolutely.
And there's enough trees to create and provide that. That sounds very liberal, and believe me, I'm not a liberal.
That's
But
not
the thing is, there are certain things that it's not about that at all. Life is precious. You need to hold the things that are created precious, okay? I am entirely for a moderate amount of, like, let's say, the logging industry, because I believe that wood is a necessary resource.
Absolutely.
And there's enough trees to create and provide that.
Absolutely.
And then there's, like, the myths about fracking, okay? I live in a state where fracking is a huge industry.
That is
And they say,
true.
oh, it destroys the ground, blah, 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 blah. It's a myth. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
it really is.
bullshit. It does not destroy the ground.
It does not at all.
It doesn't do any of that.
Nope.
That is because you know what they're trying to go against? They're trying to go against the oil companies. They're trying to provide bullshit so that they would stop their fracking. What fracking is, they pump water into the ground and exposes the areas
they
where
pump
there'd be
chemicals
oil.
into the ground.
No, it's actually 100%. It's like water, and it's like a little solution. It's actually natural. It's a natural solution.
That was a really good topic you just started us talking about.
And Cade.
Yes.
Alright. Did you know that pickles actually aren't like a plant?
Aren't they
That
a
there is
vegetable?
no such thing as like... The pickles aren't a vegetable.
I'm confused.
There is no such thing as like a pickle. There's no such thing as like a pickle plant.
I can guarantee you, if I Google "is pickle a vegetable," it's gonna say it's a vegetable, Sam.
Oh, alright, it is a vegetable, but there's no such thing as like a pickle tree or a pickle plant.
Don't they like grow in the ground?
No.
Well, no,
you know
they're
what pickles
cucumbers.
are?
They're cucumbers.
I had no idea they were cucumbers for like the last 17 years of my life.
No way.
I thought there was a fucking pickle tree or some shit.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought that was the same thing too, but till I was like 12. You've been living in the dark for a long time, buddy.
I had no idea. Because I just assumed because they aren't like cucumber size. Cucumbers are like big black dick size.
Yeah, that is
Pickles
true.
are just little tiny things. And I assumed that because they're so much smaller that, and they were in their jars and they had different cuts and different uses, that they were different from cucumbers. Like, what the fuck can you do with a cucumber?
Yeah.
Like, you could fry it and then you could put it in a salad or whatever.
You ever
That's
just like
what you
taken
could
like
do
a
with
whole cucumber and just taken a big bite out of it? It's the best thing ever.
it. I can't believe I ever have, Cade.
Seriously? The chat is legitimately confused. One guy, you legitimately upset someone by saying that you didn't know that for 17 years.
I had no idea.
How'd you find out?
And, alright. I literally asked my mom, because it was like a couple weeks ago actually, because we have a garden, okay? And I asked my mom, because we were eating pickles or whatever with our burgers, and I said, Mom, pickles are expensive, why don't we just grow our own pickles? And she literally looked at me like I was the most retarded person ever.
Okay, I actually
Because
was really
honestly,
like that. Okay, so when I was like 12 or 13, I remember we actually have like an aunt or uncle or something that grows pickles, and we got him, and I'm like, hey mom, so what do they grow the pickles in like an orchard? And I swear to God, I have never seen a death stare that horrible in my life. I mean, it is just one of just pure disappointment. And then I had to sit there saying, you never told me! And she's like, I didn't think I need to tell you that. I didn't know you were that dumb.
I had no idea. But this needs to be taught in schools, okay? Like, fuck
Honestly,
Common Core.
yeah, I know the mitochondria is the powerhouse of a cell, but I never knew that a pickle was a cucumber.
I had no idea.
I also will never know how to do my own taxes. I just accepted that. I'm probably just gonna go to jail for tax evasion, and then say the IRS never helped me.
I'm going to be in accounting 3 next year, so I mean, I have a pretty good idea how to do my own taxes, but honestly, teach everybody how to do it. I shouldn't have to take a special class.